Welcome to this unboxing video of a brand new game called Tadmor, Palmyra, the Bride of the Desert. This is a new game from Gotha Games, which has a fantastic cover, as you can see for yourself. Very vivid and very nicely illustrated. We like it very much. So let's not delay it furthermore and just see what we get inside the box. So we have the rulebook. At the first glance, when I saw the electronic version of the rulebook, I thought, okay, it's a pretty decent rulebook with 14 pages, but that's not even close, because it has a lot of explanation for all of the cards and all of the tiles in the game, also big schematics and setup, so it's really not that long rulebook. So you see, for example, you start with, as you can see here, with the historic background. I had to read it online, which is very nice. I recommend that everybody does, if they're not familiar with the history of the city, the ancient city, and whatever thing is has to do with the history of the era and the theme of the game. It's very nice. It's one of the good things of the game. I think it's a historical Euro game with a lot of great mechanics. And then we can see the first page again is the historical background. Then we have the components, big illustrations with examples, a bit of explanation of the basic things of the game, like I think here's the personal board of the players, the discrimination between the two spots for the worker placement, where you put your camels in the circle ones and where you put your ships in the rectangular ones, the commodities of this Euro game, which basically this is a game where we have to trade a lot. We have to build up the city to bring it to its glory. So we will be traders in this ancient era, and we'll try to get a lot of prestige points by accumulating a lot of materials, trying to turn them into more rare materials, like those here. For example, we have the glass, ivory, etc. And then to try to build the towers, the temples, and contribute to the religious and the culture of the city and this era again. So we have the setup, nice explanation, and then some going more into the details of the game, the explanation of the turn, some more things, and that's it. You see, there's not a lot of rules, which I always like in games. You don't have to have a bunch of big rule books and lots of unnecessary rules or overextended details. Simple stuff, same like, for example, Concordia, small rule book with but a game with a lot of depth. This seems that it's the case here as well. So I'm going to put the rule book on the side. Let's see what we get. We get a nice score pad for tracking your score. Nice addition. Thank you. What's that? That's a Kickstarter for the upcoming race Formula 90, second edition. This is good news, because this is an out-of-print game, an excellent game, and we're really looking forward for this upcoming release as well. So this is a promo for the upcoming Kickstarter. This is the main board, I assume. Yep, it's quite hefty and heavy. Oh, it's double-sided as well. Excellent. Yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this should be one version, one side should be the 2-player version, and the other one should be the 3 to 4 player. So it may look like a busy main board, but I don't think it's busy, just the different areas where you can go and put your workers to do the worker placement action, to get things, and the actions from these points and the spaces. Some upgrade tiles, the places where you store your decks, and then the prestige points going around the edge of the main board. And again, as you can see, this is one side. I can see, sorry, I'm sitting from the opposite side, but I can see which one is for the 2 players and which one is for the 3 to 4 players. But the good thing is that it's double-sided, so it's not just the same side with some spots being in dotted lines or something like that. They took the extra printing and they dedicate it so that you can have a separate side for 2 players, which is again very welcome. Thank you. Nice addition. So I'm putting again this to the side. Then what we have here is, from the images and from the rulebook, I think these are the main boards. Okay, this is good quality. It's not a board, but it's a good quality linen card stock. This is one personal player board for each player, where, if I'm not mistaken, we store our resources, our upgrade tiles of the different eras, and the different cards where we contribute here to the temple or to the tower. And then we have the returned king mission cards. Yep. So this may not be a board, but it's very good quality, and also from aesthetics it looks like it fits well with the main board, and it's a nice addition too. Okay, we have 2, 3, 4. This is a 2 to 4 player game. Then we have 3 punch boards. We have, oh, that's very nice. We have a tray. This is not something we find usually in most of the games nowadays, and it's a plastic insert, so we can split all the resources and all the tiles of the game and store them securely there. And then I suppose when we fold the main board and put it on top, everything sticks to its place. And so I would imagine that you shouldn't throw these, because once you unpunch them, you can store them below, so it elevates the tray. And then when you top it with the main board like that, everything will be sticking in its place. Yeah, don't throw this, guys, just unpunch and keep. Oops. Okay, this is a good sign when you try to move a punch board and it starts and the pieces start popping out. It's always a good thing, because that means that it's not tearing and it's good quality. Yeah, this is unpunched very easily. Okay, so this, just to give you a brief idea, these are the improvement tiles. We have Era 2 and Era 3. We're going to have a full how to play video for the game. Pretty excited about it. And then we also have the Era 1, which are on the other punch board here. Okay, why not? Let's unpunch everything, since it's not, it's almost unpunching itself. Okay, I'm gonna keep that to store it beneath the main tray. I suggest you do the same. The different Era tiles are colored. Besides the numerical Latin 1, 2 and 3, you have the different color from the background, which is nice, so you can differentiate them easily by color and by number. Good. Okay, yeah, you see you have some iconography for this. Is not to be used with the 2 players. So you have a different icon here, differentiate from the main ones. This is just what I assume, but I think, again, this is nice quality linen tiles, quite thick, and they're not glossy at all. I really like that, because you can't really enjoy a game with glossy tiles and glossy game board from when you're sitting on various sides around the table. You can hit a spotlight or something, or a funny angle, and that makes an unpleasant, I would say, experience for some of the people who are joining the table with us. Okay, then we have some more tiles. Yep. And then you see, I would imagine that these are the spots where, let's store it as well, why not? Where you're going to store Era 3 tiles, yep, Era 2 tiles, I suppose. And then we have the second punch board, which has Era 1 and some leftovers Era 2. Again, yeah, this is very easy to unpunch. Look at the detail, maybe you can have a better look on the tiles. The iconography is very simple, just some text at the bottom of the tile, but I don't know if it is, let me see. Yeah, it is a supplementary, because you see, for example, this one says convert any number of wood into gold at 1-to-1 rate. So you can really understand from the iconography what you can do with this tile, but for additional clarification, so you don't have to run to check the rulebook, you can also read the text beneath. Very nice. And these are, yeah, you see you have some that's saying start at the back. So I assume these are for starting. And again, they are colored differently depending on the number of the era. It seems that era 1 is yellow. We can see it also from the red, the yellow banner from the front and from the back. Yep, this pretty much unpunches itself, I would say. I really enjoy unpunching boards, but there's no hassle here. So more tiles, I will sort them out later. And then we have the last punch board, which has number 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the rare commodities. These are commodities that we have the first level materials, the main common materials, and then they are transformed to more rare materials like ivory, you see, and jewels and perfume and stuff like that. Basically, for those who don't know the history of Palmyra and Tadmor, I admit I wasn't that strong on knowing the details, so again, going to the rulebook, it was a nice addition to remind me some of the things, and I had to research online and read some stuff. And this is an era where this is a city which has a lot of history and which flourished with the trading and with you know, being located right in the middle of the West world, the European West world and the West countries, and on the right, on the east, there was you know, the routes to India, to China, and to Asia. So it was a very strategically, I would say, located city that makes sense that all the merchants of the city really made fortunes around commercing due to the location. The geographic location was a key point to their business, I would assume. All of the caravans, since it was located in the middle of the desert, had to rest and had to stop when they were traveling across the difficult terrain. So let's see what we have here. This is a bag with the common materials of the game. Quite a lot, I would say. So let's see if I remember correctly. This is gold. Makes sense. This would be marble, I assume, the white one. Also the shape is different, not only the color, which is, it's not like generic cubes. Then this is wood, for sure. And what have we here? We have the tower cubes, which are blue. And last but not least, we have the stone, which are again like a brick shape with gray color, so you can differentiate from size, shape and color the different resources. Well done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this last baggie with the components of the players on the 4 different colors. Again, you can see you have in the 4 different player colors, you have the camels, which should be in 4 colors, 20 camels. That's 5 camels per player. 4, one more, 5. These are placed in the circular worker placement areas of the main board. Again, we also have in our color 4 ships which have slightly bigger size, and they go in the rectangular spaces. Then we have the 4 score markers for prestige points. This is the turn indicator pawn. This game lasts, if I'm not mistaken, 3 eras, 3 rounds for the first era, 3 rounds, 4, 5, 6 for the second, and then 3 rounds for the last, third era. And the last pawn from the wooden components is this first player token, which is a crown. Makes sense. And the last thing that we're going to show you in this unboxing video is, okay, I'm going to take everything out. Cards. I really like this plastic insert. You don't see well thought inserts usually for Euro games or for this type of strategy games. Very well thought, thank you. And let's see the deck of cards. These are small cards. Again, I prefer it from really big ones that take a lot of space when not needed. Okay, we have the Marauders cards. I'm going to zoom in so we can see a bit closer the details. So let me zoom in so you can see the cards with a bit more detail. Okay, so again, this is a good quality card deck. These are the Marauder cards. The game says that you have to be very careful where these Marauders will strike, and you need to make to plan ahead so that your caravans are not affected as much as possible. Okay, put it here. Then what have we? We have the Mission King cards, the King's Mission. This is the background. Rescue my daughter. This is a thematic mission. Yes, my king, I will rescue your daughter if you reward me accordingly, I would say. My kingdom needs to establish a new trading post. Reach the port of Ugatim, sail to Cyprus and make contact with the locals. Establish a new trading post. It's a nice thing that the mission cards have also flavor text. I haven't seen that very often, and I think it's a nice addition, especially for those who really enjoy to try and play and immerse the theme as much in their sessions and really make the game more thematic from the way they play the game. That's what I mean. What have we here? Turn summary. This is a 4-player game, so we would get 4 turn order cards, which are double-sided. One has the final scoring and one has a turn summary. I'm gonna show you how this looks. This is the 2 sides of the same card. Put it here. And then we have the temple cards and the tower cards. The tower and the temple were the 2 monuments of Tadmor that really made a really big impression back then, when they were at their full height and full glory to the visitors of the city. And this is the back side. Oh, this is 2-sided. Yep. This is double-sided, you can see. And the last is the temples, which has the different levels. I think it's 4 cards, 1 for each player. And then as you progress building the temple, then you build the temple roof, and then you build the temple statues at the end. Then you conclude with 4 steps your temple. And then this gives different points that you can secure as you progress. Okay, this for 2 players. Up to 25 points. The roof, and then up to 43 with statues. So this is maybe a game changer that people need to have an eye on when they are pursuing victory points for this game. So this was the unboxing video for Tadmor. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be uploading very soon a how to play video of this game. I'm really excited about it. I read all excellent things, and I'm very curious to see how the theme is implemented in this very nice worker placement Euro game. Thanks for watching.